What's up guys, how's it going? My name is Lost and welcome to another Kingdom Hearts Union Cross video. And in this video, I am doing my pulls on the Final Fantasy Record Keeper banner in JP. As you guys know, if you missed my first pull video that I did in the global version when this banner came out, I managed to get FFRK Terra in the first pull. Extreme luck, because you guys know how global is when it comes to EX medals or super rare medals like these that you won't see that often. It can be very hard to get. So I'm looking at these pulls right now and I'm seeing how many times I actually pulled, and I believe I pulled, let's see, 5, 10, 20, pretty much 25 pulls, and I had no luck on getting FFRK Terra and JP. Now in global, with these sad excuses of raid bosses, if the raid bosses was much stronger in global, the medal would benefit me so much. But just having FFRK Terra and a Vanitas copy it, I could destroy any raid boss in 3 medals. And to me, during raid weeks, when I'm busy working and I'm also trying to get in some raids at the same time to help my party, it's not really all that. But when you come to JP, it's a whole nother story, because we're fighting raid bosses with a lot of HP. You know, they take maybe 2 or 3 turns depending on your setup. And so FFRK Terra would be fantastic on my fairy stars. But seeing all of these pulls that I did, trying to get this one medal, I told myself at the beginning of this year that I will control myself on how many pulls I would do on banners. And I was actually doing really good on banners that were not EX medals. Now, the EX medal so far that we've gotten in January, and I'm guessing this is going to be the EX medal for this month. You know, I haven't really been too terrible in January, but for this banner, you know, for a medal like this, the fact that after, you know, 10-15 pulls, I did not stop, you know, just, it's like a slap in the face to me, because I'm just like, I'm failing in my resolution to control myself when it comes to pulls. Because yes, the medals look beautiful, you know, yes they do this and that, but it's like, is it really worth it in the end? You know, is it really worth spending all that money? And it sucks, because sometimes I'm just like, oh yeah, I got this medal, heck yeah, I'm excited, no regrets. When it comes to this medal and this banner in general right now, I feel kind of shitty. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is to kind of give you guys, like, in a way, an example, because most of you guys already know me, especially from last year, that I used to wear every single banner that came out in JP. Then I got into global and I'm over here telling myself, hey, I'm gonna be cheap to play. Well, that all changed, and now I'm just pulling on medals that I still use in JP in global. So in a way, I do have a little bit of control for myself. But when it comes to JP, it's a whole nother story. So this is like my last chance for myself, that I'm telling myself this. But at the same time, I want you guys to hear me out and hear my thoughts and how I feel when it comes to pulling on banners. Because I tell people all the time, do you really need this medal? Do you really you know, want to spend the jewels, the money on this medal? And you know, it's funny because I'm telling everybody else this, but yet I'm doing the complete opposite. So I'm gonna tell myself, and I'm really hoping that I can control myself, control my urges to keep pulling. And hopefully in the future, when another medal comes out, if I don't get it, or if the medal or the banner doesn't have a mercy pull, like for EX medals, I'm just gonna set myself a limit of a couple pulls, and that's it. Because really, all of these jewels that I spent on this banner could have been for a possible EX medal that might come out next week. Hopefully it doesn't, because if that's the case, then I'm screwed, because I don't plan on buying any more jewels this month. So it sucks, but hopefully, you know, you guys kind of get something out of this, you know, that the urges are there. And just as much as I tell everybody else, I'm gonna tell myself this: if the medal is worth it and it's actually gonna help in your setup, just pull a couple times. But if not, just skip it, because there's always gonna be a medal that's gonna be a weaker version of it, but you'll have a better chance of getting traits, more copies, and reprints in the future. So, Lost, relax. Relax on your spending. because this game is not entirely worth it at the end, because one day they're gonna shut this game down and then it's just like, well, damn, there goes all my money. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you hearing my rant, and let me get your thoughts on how basically what I said. How do you feel about it? What do you do to control yourself? Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the rest of the polls. And as much as I wanted to say that I did not pull any more than what I had said in the high school challenge video, I did actually pull twice. And I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for hearing me out, guys. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video.